What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, allegedly A-lease, and I'm here to give you my thoughts and my opinions on Put a Ring on It. Before we get started, I want to thank each and every person who has taken a moment to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for your support. It honestly, and it never gets old for me saying this, it honestly means the world to me. Also, thank you to each and every person who took a moment to drop down in the chat and comment about last week's madness. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I hope that something is said or done to move you to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. We open exactly where we left off. Cheersing to closure. Kai, I'll tell you what you need to close. Now, in Kai's interview, she says that after the 4th date, they became intimate. Now, while I don't believe that, let's still take a look at this. So, after he actually called you the help, I don't know if y'all remember that 4th date, she stood up and said, "Does this look like the help to you?" So, after the 4th date, after he called you the help, you still laid down with this man. So my question is, who you mad at, boo? You? Stop thinking that what you do behind closed doors changes a man. If it did, then most people wouldn't have an issue with their man cheating. You're not special. So this happened at the condo Darian is now so eager beaver to get rid of. Darian says that his laying it low and spreading it wide with Kai reminded him of how great his woman is at home. Yeah, but you know what? Gas station coffee also reminds me of how great my coffee is at home. Anything cheap or free is guaranteed to be bland and underwhelming. Anyhow, Kai wants to know what about her feelings. And I want to know what about this innocent woman named Alexia's feelings, boo. You got exactly what you deserved.
You don't deserve nothing, you don't get nothing. You get what I give you.
Wait, so Kai says she spent two nights at this condo. She also said Darian told her that the condo is kind of like her condo too.
Yeah, it's just like it's both ours. Just keep it down at my house.
Y'all, this Flavor Ocho Reese said I wasn't using you. I thought you wanted to ease my pain. If I was Kai, I would have said, do I look like a Midol pill for men to you? Oh, now she wants to know if Alexia knows. Oh, now you care. See, here you go again trying to act like you have a seat at the table of their relationship. It's a table for two, boo. You're standing up, and I don't like people standing over me. I told y'all this girl was an unstable creature. Y'all didn't believe me, see? I know an unstable creature when I see one. She says, let's call Alexia together. Security? Now see, Darian made his bed, but production tucked him in. They knew this girl was touched by the special angel. Then she says, give me your hands. All right, Darian, you may not get them back. He gives in, and she says, I'm not going to harper over this. You mean harp? A harper is someone who plays the harp, baby. Anyhow, she wishes them the best. She says that she has her closure and is now ready to leave. Does this face look like it's over to you? I'll wait. Across town, Laronda is meeting back up with Derek. In her interview, she says he has a different dynamic from Sean. Laronda, what is that? Please share with the class. I'll speak up for you. He's... Oh, Jessica, come pull up a seat, poo-poo. See, now this is how you get to know someone on a deeper level, ma'am. She finds out that he's never been married but wants to be married as he tosses her a compliment about her eyes. Someone please go check on Sean and the bathroom that was there to receive him. She shares that she's looking for someone on the same page. You know, evenly yoked. Derek said, baby, let him act up. We so evenly yoked, we can make scrambled eggs right now. We would be so evenly yoked, we would make the best Jiffy cornbread, poo. Let me tell y'all, it's the calm confidence for me. But clearly, Laronda is starting to see what it looks like to be someone's woman and not their mama. Now, quick side note, sales rep to sales rep. He just pulled 2 sales tactics we use in the field. One is called spin selling. It's basically where I ask you a few questions and let you determine that there's an issue with your current method and a change needs to be considered sooner than later. You're the real MVP, sir. You really are. Bruh said, listen, Sean gonna make you wait, but we can go to the courthouse right now. I'm joking, but I'm serious. We can go to the courthouse right now. The question is, did Laronda learn her lesson or not? And hear me loud and clear now. I'm not judging if you didn't this time, but if you didn't, could you go ahead and pass Derek's contact information? Because he's my type of grown man. And I'm sure a lot of other women agree. See, I'm convinced that Laronda likes to find her man at GameStop. Over at Eric and Jessica's, we see Jessica doing what she does best. on that phone. Go read a book, cook, meditate, do something else.
Clean up or do something.
Eric joins her and they decide to create a marriage mission statement. But unless I blink too loud, Dr. Nicole said for you to share your vision of marriage, not make a mission statement out of marriage. Those are two totally different things. To me, this is just another example of them talking at each other and not to each other. So an example of what I would expect to see when I sit down to talk about what I see as a vision of marriage, we do need to talk about the fun stuff, how many kids we want, where we want to live, all that easy stuff that people love to run to first. But let's talk about some of the hard stuff, like when we're frustrated. So whoever is frustrated, why not create this box of frustration and write it down? You have to agree, no matter how mad you are, to write down the reason that you're mad and then put it in that box. Then set a timer. Depending on the situation, the timer may be an hour. The timer may be 2 or 3 hours. But you don't go to bed mad. Let's start there. But while that timer is in place, the other person is responsible for going into the frustration box, opening it, and actually taking a moment to read what that frustration is. This way, while the person who's frustrated is calming down and collecting their thoughts, the other person is not blindsided and can also work to address the concerns. This to me is how I would share my vision of marriage. Sharing things like that, very deep level things that go beyond the how many kids do you want. Because we can sit here and tell you I want 10 kids. That does not mean that you're going to get 10 kids out of me. We're the two guaranteed people in this relationship, so we need to focus on us. And also, let's be clear, companies come up with mission statements all the time. And most of them actually don't even live by them. Most of their employees can't even tell you what the mission statement is. And ironically, the ones who can't even tell you the mission statement love the company. Some that may be able to tell you the mission statement hate the company. So a mission statement is just that. It just states a mission. It does not mean that you will accomplish the mission. So I know that you were trying to be deep, but you still missed it, sis. Just do the work. Anyhow, y'all know what I like to say. Let me put this rest in my digress. Eric says he's passionate, and Jessica says, well, you weren't yesterday. To which we find out it was Mother's Day, and Eric totally left Jess hanging. She explains in her interview that she was abandoned by her mom and adopted by her aunt. Now, I'm so sorry that happened to you, sis, and nobody deserves to be abandoned. For real, I get it. And it actually explains a lot about who we're seeing play out before our eyes. But as we become adults, it's our responsibility to put ourselves in healthy environments so that we can thrive. And if Eric wasn't giving me what I need, then he's got to go. No excuses. You would just say, listen, I need stability. My mom wasn't there and she gave me up. Loving yourself has got to take priority over being accepted by others, Pooh, or else there will never be enough attention that you can get from anyone. Oh Lord. Then Eric says that he wants more kids, to which Jessica says the goal is to get them grown and get them gone. See, this shows how y'all don't have these serious conversations when the cameras aren't there and the producers aren't making you have them. So Eric makes his point of, I guess you won't mind me going out and having kids with someone else. Now that was a little bit too dramatic, bro. You came in hot with that one, but I get what you're trying to say. There's gotta be some compromise somewhere. And the only reason I'm actually giving Eric credit is because he actually took time to explain to Jessica the reason and the importance for him wanting to have more kids. But to me, there's something that Jessica's holding back. Now, this is just my opinion, and I may be wrong, but I think she doesn't want to mess up the work that she's put in place, if you know what I mean. But instead of coming out and saying it, she's saying she doesn't want to start over again. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm reading between these lines. Everything cannot be your way, Jessica. Everything just cannot be your way. Moving on, Alexia meets with Dr. Nicole after finding out that her dog was being a dog with Kai. She shares that she put Darian out, and now she admits that because she wanted things to work with Darian, she chose to ignore a lot. Y'all, I literally just stated this Friday night on my mentor, Ty Said What Ty Says channel. She does a live members only session on Friday night. I said I've watched a lot of women ignore so much just to get to the ring and then to the wedding, only to turn around and act shocked that he's doing the same things that he was doing prior to the marriage. Ma'am, you were too busy trying to secure the ring, the dress, and the title that you overlooked what was right in your face. Let me tell you, lonely is real, but being alone is not bad, and those are two totally different things. I guess my issue is I don't understand what's wrong with holding someone accountable and not allowing them to give you whatever. Being single does not mean that no one wants you. It means you care enough to wait like so many others have until Mr. Right is right there. Some find that sooner than others, but being able to express what you will and will not allow is important because a man can only get away with what you allow him to get away with. Dr. Nicole gives a great example about how men build empires, whereas little boys, they play with Legos and they knock them down as they're building for no reason at all. She said all we did was give a bigger set of Legos for them to be more of themselves. And baby doll, he showed you. Dr. Nicole asked Alexia, is this the best for you? Because low-key, you're stepping all on a pile of knocked over Legos. And I know your feet gotta be hurt. Alexia says no, but she loves Darian. See, Alexia, you're in love with the idea that you built in your head of Darian. But now Alexia is starting to see why Darian was being such a good boy. But she says she now needs answers. And Dr. Nicole said this is not about him or his answers. Focus on you, boo-boo. Focus on you. Alexia admits that she was Ray Charles to the fact that he was not the right man for her. Dr. Nicole said, I know you love Darian, but I never hear you speak about loving yourself. Alexia admits that she needs to fall back and work on herself. In her interview, she says that she would be stupid to stay with Darian, but she continues with her thought. In that statement, she says it's a lot of time. See, this is something that Dr. Nicole needs to address because you allowed him to waste your time having kids with everyone but you. You may be hurt now, but you'll be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs if you let any more time pass. Back over with Sean and Laronda, they work on their homework assignment, and Laronda states that she wants a small destination wedding, while Sean wants to invite everybody and their play cousin to attend. It's easy to say that when you're not paying for it. They jump from wedding plans to kids, to which they actually come up with a great compromise. When it comes to divorce, they both believe in fighting to stay together unless it's something toxic. They actually made the most progress on this homework assignment out of all the couples. On another day, Jessica meets up with Sean, and y'all, I won't lie, I really don't care. They go indoor skydiving. Sean tells Jessica he can read her mind like a vant. He says she's thinking that she wants Sean to kiss her. Blah, blah, blah. Jessica is just low-hanging fruit, easily amused. Next, Alexia and Darian meet up with Dr. Nicole. They arrive separately, and Dr. Nicole asks Darian, you got out of pocket, bruh. What did you think her response would be? Darian says he was gonna tell Alexia, but he just needed to get her on his side. Wait, what? What woman can you get on your side about cheating on her? Dr. Nicole said, I just want to make sure that you know this is bigger than you laying it low and spreading it wide. You can't seem to comprehend that your actions have consequences, or the fact that you only have a caring concern with your little nasty needs being met. Side note, I just want y'all to know for real, not making up any excuses, but this is bigger than Lex. He actually did this to his record label back in the day. He hid his pending charges from his record label until it was time for him to do his time, and they looked up and couldn't find him. Dr. Nicole said this is a problematic relationship. Half people that come together don't make nothing. And it doesn't sound good, but that's exactly what this is. So basically she's saying two half people can't make a whole. Not in this situation, because it's the same empty half. Alexia says she needs the moment, and now all of a sudden Brother Darian wants to be present and accountable. Dr. Nicole said, you're like an old treadmill, just taking her in this toxic pattern. Darian says, I just want to talk to Lex. And Dr. Nicole says, you can talk to her. I'm right here. He says that he's sorry. Yes, you are. Very sorry. Anyhow, he says he's lonely. But you know, this ain't about me. I have yet to hear you make this about Alexia, sir. Dr. Nicole says, Darian, get up and shut up. He said he doesn't like to lose, and somehow Alexia decides that drying his tears is important. Ma'am, he really needs to learn, and if you coddle him every time, he's going to continue to act out and fake cry. Meanwhile, all she can think about is the 14 years. See, baby, you need some serious help, because he wasn't thinking about you or those 14 years when he was with Kai for 14 minutes. Dr. Nicole tells Darian, you've got to find yourself so that you can trust the things that you build and not tear them down unnecessarily. Darian says that he's embarrassed that he's not putting a ring on Alexia's finger. Sir, be embarrassed that you have yet to show up beyond the ring, sir. Be embarrassed that you lack self-control. Focus on you and the embarrassment that you are to yourself. Moving on, the other couples meet up with Dr. Nicole and Alexia shows up alone, which shocks the other couples. Alexia explains to them that Darian cheated on her in their condo with Kai. She says that she's hurt, but she's taking some time for herself, to which Dr. Nicole congratulates her for doing what's best for her and putting her needs first. The couples both agree with Dr. Nicole that Alexia needs to put herself first, and they each wish her well. And with that, Alexia says her final goodbyes and ends her journey. My prayer for Alexia is that God gives her double for her trouble, but I also hope that she sees the amazing, beautiful woman that we all see. You, sis, are the prize. You, sis, are the gift. You're a partner. Just use this moment to make yourself smarter as you move through life. As my mom always told me, there's common sense, there's taught sense, and there's bought sense. And sis, you paid a pretty penny for this one, so don't forget it. They move on and share their marriage vision, starting with Sean and Laronda. Sean is trying to double down like the Doricos with how many kids he wants. The battle between wedding size as well as the reasons for divorcing are a work in progress. Ironically, they previously had this kind of worked out as far as the divorce reasons, but now it seems to be a work in progress. But Dr. Nicole says, focus on the positive, because whatever you focus on will take a life of its own. When it gets to Eric and Jessica, she lies straight through her teeth, saying that it's not that she doesn't want more kids. She's already a baby mama, so she wants something different. Jessica is now saying that if we do this, and that, then we can focus on a child. But you said you didn't want to start over, sis, unless y'all got off a camera and he promised you the Black China special that Rob promised her. Now Jessica wants to address the Mother's Day issue, and she actually had a point in her interview to which she should have made her arguing statement, period. You can't even respect me as a mom now, so why in the world would I give you a child? And that's where we leave it. So I want to know, do you think that Darian has given Kai too much information about his relationship with Alexia? Do you think that Alexia is really done with Darian? Do you think that Kai is really done with Darian? Let's chat about it down in the comments. Until the next time, I'm Allegedly Elise. Peace.